different about this offense that allowed you guys to roll?
Well, we kind of got rolling there in the second half. We were still kind of bumpy throughout really the first half. I mean, kind of the same things we've done a lot of the year with stopping ourselves, but then kind of into that third quarter after the big punt return by Mitch, and then we hit the reverse pass deal, and then all of a sudden we started executing the way we were capable of and everything, and they couldn't stop us at that point. Just got to keep building that confidence and start that game again.
Did you see anything different out of Justin this week?
No, I mean, started off. He was pretty on top of everything. I thought we came out kind of the third quarter a little slow, not as aggressive as I wanted him to be and everything. We talked about that on the phones, and then from the third drive on, I thought in the second half he was really attacking and doing the things we wanted to. Made some good decisions early in the game with the football and everything. We just kind of dug ourselves some holes that we couldn't get out of, but really executed the offense, put us in position to clutch right before halftime, some points, and those. So a lot of positives to take away.
This is obviously your first Civil War game. You've obviously been a part of other rivalry games in the past, but have the coaches talked to you at all about what the Civil War game means, or is that even something that you want to think about heading into this weekend?
You just kind of, it's a rivalry game. It's a big game because of the proximity, and they're kind of our hate game. We hate them, they hate us type thing. So I've been involved in these before, and you really don't understand how big of a game it is until you don't win it, is how I've kind of learned about it. My time in Missouri, it wasn't that big of a game until we lost to Kansas. At Washington State, it was the first year before I got in there they'd won, and then the next year we lost. Then all of a sudden you feel that a lot more. So the goal is never to feel that way. So just put up a W on Saturday and move on.
Really hard-hitting question right now. Thanksgiving coming up. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I'm more of a ham. I pick ham over turkey, and that way I'm more of a pumpkin pie over sweet potato pie guy. I like lots of whipped cream. That way, good with stuffing. My mother has always made a cracker dressing deal, which I don't know if anybody else in the world's ever had, but we've had it a lot. I do like that. It's always been a fave. Any other questions?
What's the next step for Justin? Because Mark Helfrich talked about how an off-season's really all he needs as a multi-sport guy to sort of take that next step. What is the next step for Justin Herbert?
Well, it'll be the continuation of knowing our offense so thoroughly and knowing what everybody's doing and everything, and taking more charge of the protections than what we've given him so far. He has some of that, but we haven't put that all on him because we didn't want him to be overthinking out there. That, and then understanding how to attack defenses as we go through really an off season. It kind of hits week to week as we talk about things and watch things on video. We kind of get the idea of, hey, this is why we're doing this. Try to explain it that way so he understands why we're running this concept as opposed to that concept this week because they use this coverage. But then it'll come to a point where when we say, hey, we're going to run tie, he knows, oh, it must be because they're a cover 2 team. Or hey, we're going to run dog, oh, it must mean they're a quarters team. So those are the things that will kind of come along with that, is knowing the offense so thoroughly and then how to attack the thing, and then just continuing all the stuff, and then learn from all his the positives and the negatives. And you learn a lot more from negatives, but being able to watch all his clips after the season, and he'll have memories of those plays too. It's interesting when you sit down with a quarterback and what I'll sit there and say about a play, and then I'll be like, well, why'd you go there? He goes, well, I saw this backer, and I thought he was going to shoot out on this one because he had earlier in the game. And that will be 6, 8 months, sometimes years after it's happened. They still remember those little fine details, which can continue to add and put that all into the database.
You guys have had some opportunities this year to get some game-winning drives, and it finally worked out. Do you see anything differently on your guys' end that made this one possible to win the game?
Well, we made some plays and everything, and then bottom line at the very end, we made a play to win it and put the ball in the right spot, and then Carrington went and made a great play on that one. But before that, Bayless's catch down the middle was huge. We hit a 4 vertical into a kind of a cover 2 look for them, and we were able to get down the center of the thing before the safety got over, and just recognizing that, and the ball got out on time. He makes a big catch and then takes a big hit and really delivers more of a blow to them than they gave to him. And then the scramble that, they were offsides on it, but still we scrambled and found a way to get a first down on a third down, those things. But a lot of times in the clutch situations, you got to take advantage of the opportunities that that pop up, and this time we did with the scramble, hitting the big play down the middle, and then Darren made an unbelievable catch on a really well thrown football. But also we knew they were coming. It was zero coverage. The line gave us enough time so the quarterback could get the ball thrown the way he wanted to. So just a lot of guys had to get their jobs done, so we had an opportunity to do it.
How much did the scramble, and not only the scramble, but the dive as well at the end, tell you about Justin Herbert?
Well, it's just, I mean, he's a competitive guy. He cares. He wants to win. It's important to him. He puts everything in every week into the preparation, what it takes to be a high-level quarterback, and then on the field, he's going to compete, and he wants his team to be as successful, and he understands he's a big part of that. But I mean, it was just, I think that's part of him, that he's going to do everything he can to help us be successful.
Thanks, Coach.
Very good. Thank you guys.